Morning, brothers and sisters. It's a beautiful day, so I've decided to come out for a walk and clear my head. Let's see where it takes us. I'm only going local to my area, so it's not going to be too far. I think we should have a chat. I'll give you some thoughts I've got, tell you a little bit about myself. Let's see where we go. Right, first of all, my name is Baz, and I live in a town called North East Lincolnshire. I'm nearly 62, and on December 29th it would be 2 years since I packed in my bag. One of the best things I've ever done. I got to a stage at work where I just didn't want to be there, and yet I used to love my job. I suppose, like any job, it's all the rubbish that goes with it. The politics of the company you work for, rules, regulations, health and safety gone mad, wanting you to do more for less. I just got fed up in the end, gave it up. So now I live basically on a really small pension, and I mean a really small pension, but I don't mind, I don't need a lot of money. I don't know if any of you brothers and sisters are like me, but I never seem to feel happy, and I felt like this for a long time. I was trying to think back to when it all started, but I don't know whether I've always been like this. My wife tells me it was when, in 1991, contracted meningitis and had 2 epileptic fits. She said, "Why I changed." I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, I've struggled what I would call, or people would call, mental health, depression, anxiety. And I'm not very good around a lot of people. I'm okay if I know them, but if I don't know them, I struggle. Even people I know, if I'm in a big group of people I know, I'm that quiet one who will just sit there and speak every so often when people speak to me. I find it very hard to make small talk with people. I feel sidelined a lot of the time. I wish I wasn't like that. I never used to be, so I really don't know. Anyway, last year I've always wondered what life was about, and started to look at religion. Went to a few different denomination churches, and they were great. Some of them were really good, some were rubbish and really didn't fit in. Some of them, like Baptists and I don't know what you call them, they have these big, they have bands on the stage, they don't really have a vicar, they're great, they do all these songs, it feel good factor, but it's not, doesn't seem very religious, very godlike. So anyway, I was struggling, I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I was looking online, watching different people online. Then I come across Eastern Orthodox. So I decided to go and try and find one. And the nearest one to me was, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 miles. Which isn't far if you've got a car. I went to. So I decided to go and have a look one Sunday. I found this place. It's called St. Athelhead's. Unusual name. Very old name. From the 500 and something. That's when Saint was anyway, 500 and something I think it was. Anyway, it was tiny little chapel. Oh, little house of God. Really small. I'm not sure what the size was, but very small congregation as well. Lovely people, made me feel welcome straight away. And I just sat there and listened to the service. It was a long service, don't get me wrong. Probably about 2 hours. Well, it just felt right. It felt godly, holy. Everything they did was what you think it should be in a church. So, I kept going back. And now I'm a catechumen, which means really that I am learning about the religion and everything to do with it. So let's see how we get on with that. I've got this habit. My wife always has a go at me about this. You start things and you never finish them. You just have a midlife crisis. And she's a bit right. I do things and I do give things up. I don't know why, I just do. Whether I get bored or lose interest or what, I don't know. I don't know what the reason is, but that's what happens. So, I've been going now 9 months I think. I'm still there. We'll see how we go. So like I say, I've been going 9 months. I don't know about any of you other brothers and sisters who are new to Christianity, because I've never been religious, never went to church before. I was baptised as a child, baby I think, in the Church of England, but I wouldn't say I've ever been religious, never went to church. I'm reading the Bible, but I struggle with it. I'll admit it. The whole thing about religion, I struggle. I find it very hard to understand the Bible because whether I'm not academic enough or because I'm not. Hated school. Never had a school, no qualifications. But getting away from that, I really do struggle reading the Bible, understanding it. It's It's all parables and poems and, you know, yeah, I think you have to read between the lines and try and understand what they're talking about, which I struggle with. And even now I still have doubts about it and questions, and, you know, I'll read the Bible or watch a video and I think, what's all that about? Do any of you guys still feel the same way? What about people that have been going for years? Do they still think like that? It's hard. And I don't want to. I feel bad for questioning everything. You know what I mean? But it's so hard to understand, and when you look at it, it's crazy. It's a crazy story, isn't it? It really is. It just plays with your head. Let me know. What do you think? Be interested to see what people think. Anyway, I'm going into these woods now. Let me bring you around. It is beautiful. Where was I? Understanding. I think it's going to take me a long while to understand it. I've never been a good learner, even when I was at school. I struggled. And what about sin? I think we all sin, don't we? No matter what type of sin, whether it's a big sin or a small sin, we all do it. Do you ever stop doing it? Is it possible to stop sinning? I don't think it is. I mean, Jesus, he was probably the only person who'd never sinned. As mere mortals, I think we'll always be sinners. We can be good. I always try to be good. But even fail at that sometimes. We all know we get in that care, we get that road rage. Sorry, I'm sucking on a Trevo mute. Yeah, we all suffer with anger, rage. It's so hard not to. Lots of other sins as well. It really is. It's always going to be a struggle, I think. We all want to be like God. Kind, loving, generous. I think we all fail at it. It's very hard, very difficult. But I'll try my best. I feel great when I'm around the congregation at church. When I'm at church, I feel great. It's like I'm in a different world. It's like you got no worries. All you got to think about is the service. It's brilliant. And you feel great for a few hours afterwards. And then nothing after that. I mean, how do you have to repent and prayer and fast, and it's so difficult to do all these things. Even fasting. I mean, I can fast. I do it anyway sometimes, but when you've got to do something, it's different, isn't it? Or you're supposed to do something. And praying. Struggle with that as well. It's alright reading the prayers out of the book. Morning prayers, evening prayers. They're quite long. But you try and sit there, think of things to say to God. You end up waffling. I suppose if I keep doing it, I'll get better. I feel like when you pray, I feel like I'm always asking for stuff, and I don't think you should. I don't think you should always be asking for stuff. Well, anyway, waffling on again, aren't I? Look at this place, it's fantastic. All God's creation. What a fantastic place. Somebody's made a swing there, look. Beautiful place. I'm so glad I came out for a walk today. Just makes me feel so much better. Mentally. It always does you good to get out in the countryside where there's green trees, green grass. Just makes you feel better. Love it. And I'm not that far away from my home. Probably 4 and a bit miles maybe. But I could be in the middle of nowhere. Anyway. I don't know what else I can say. I do know that I am struggling. Whether I always will struggle or not, I don't know. But I do know when I go to church, it's like, I've heard this saying, church is like an hospital. It is. It's so true. It just makes you feel so much better. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Am I just being stupid? Are other people like this? So gorgeous out here. And I can hear the cars on the road from here. But, yeah. I'm looking forward to going to church on Sunday. My church has changed. It's moved a lot closer to where I live. We haven't got our own building. We're having to borrow from the Anglicans. So we're using 2 churches. One weekend and the other for the other 3 weekends. Or Sundays, sorry. So actually Saturdays. Our services on Saturday. We can't have them on a Sunday, which is a shame. Does feel a bit weird going to church on a Saturday. But when you're there, it could be Sunday. You wouldn't know. But hopefully we can build up the congregation, because there's not many of us. And maybe one day have our own church building. That'd be great. If I could do the lottery and win it, I would buy a church. Definitely. What a good way to spend your money. But that's never going to happen. For a start, I don't do the lottery anymore. Perhaps I ought to. Maybe one go. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with my walk. I don't know if I'll say any more, but I might do. I don't know yet. I'm just going to carry on with this walk and go in over that way. I don't know if you can see them woods over there. That's where I want to try and go. So this will be my first video. So don't know if it'll reach anybody, but if it does, it'd be great if you could subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell so it lets you know if and when I do another one. That'd be great. Let's build up a bit of a community of like-minded people. That would be brilliant. So it'd help me. I knew there was other people out there that think and feel the way I do. Anyway, I'll go. There's one more look around here. And I'll leave you to it. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you again. God bless all you brothers and sisters.